Prime Minister, parts of West Yorkshire have had restrictions imposed on them for more than 8 weeks now, and the incidence rate of the virus is still rising. These local restrictions clearly aren't having any effect. Why don't you change your approach?
I think we need to wait and see what happens in West Yorkshire.
How much longer do we need to wait for?
Because what we don't want to do is, totally flatten the economy. We've been able to keep large parts of the economy going. We've been able to keep keep young people in school and places of education. That's a great thing.
The incidence rate of the virus in Kirklees, Calderdale and Bradford has more than tripled in the past 2 months. And your local restrictions have had no impact.
And the best thing that we can do, and lockdowns do work, but the best thing that people can do
What evidence have you got to say that they work in West Yorkshire, though?
Is follow the guidance and avoid social mixing. I think what people don't want to see is a return to the total lockdown of March and April, if we can avoid it. So obviously we'll keep things under review, and you're making a very important point. If it becomes clear
have you not reviewed these in the past 2 months?
They're being reviewed literally every day. And
what's your conclusion from those reviews?
We are keeping all options open.
Have you got any evidence at all to suggest that these local restrictions in West Yorkshire are bringing down the virus?
There is abundant evidence that if you restrict human contact, if you restrict
But what evidence have you got to say that these restrictions are having any impact?
If you restrict transmission, then you get the virus under control. And that's happened across the country. It happened in March and April. We're looking to people to enforce those restrictions.
These restrictions are having an impact on the economy of West Yorkshire.
Right.
And we know that Yorkshire's economy is forecast to shrink more than the UK average this year. What specific help are you going to offer to ensure that our region doesn't fall even further behind the rest of the country?
Well, we're investing colossally in local transport schemes, in supporting the
We've heard
whole
of this before. What new things are you going to offer to our region to ensure we don't fall even further behind the rest of the country because of the impact of this virus and because of the local restrictions imposed on us?
Well, I believe that actually Yorkshire, the people of Yorkshire have got a fantastic opportunity to bounce back from this virus, and we will support them in every way possible. We're not just investing in healthcare. And I'll give you an example of one thing that we're doing today to support Yorkshire. We're investing massively in Leeds General Hospital.
One hospital in Yorkshire.
One hospital, which is, and it is £550 million that we're putting into Leeds General Hospital. Okay. And we will be supporting not just the NHS. We'll be supporting education across the region. We'll be investing.
I want to ask you about one more thing you promised to our voters in the election. You promised
skills.
that you would devolve more power to the regions. And yet, over the past 6 months, your management of this virus, the decisions that affect people in Yorkshire have been made here in London. Why are those decisions being made here in London and not in Yorkshire?
Well, that's not correct. I mean, the decisions are being made continuously in consultation with all the authorities.
The decisions are made
with
here in
Kirklees,
London.
with Bradford, with Leeds, with all the authorities that you've mentioned, and very often
council leaders say that the decisions are being made that they've criticised the London-centric nature of these decisions. Metro mayors have criticised. Even your own MPs have criticised the fact that they've said this is a government power grab. Why aren't decisions being made by local leaders?
If I may respectfully suggest to you, what's really happening is that very often local authorities and local leaders call for restrictions to be imposed in their area because they want to suppress the virus quite properly, and then when businesses and others, and you've mentioned the economic impact, complain, they say that government has imposed them. Actually, we're working together across the country to get the virus under control and take it forward.
Prime Minister, thank you for your time.
Thank you.